Man, I wasn't even busy at work. I was just tired. I couldn't get up. Got home like at before 4. And I was reading. I could just not stay awake. And I couldn't get up till like a little past 8, man. So I'm gonna review. I'm actually sticking with the Hammer Films 20 films collection. It's a lot of stuff, man. And if you watched the Damned video, I don't want to repeat myself, but you know, this isn't all like the Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, Dracula movies. There's like Never Take Candy from a Stranger, Scream of Fear. The one I should have watched, Sword of Sherwood Forest from 1960. Pirates of Blood River. I mean, I like pirates, so. But I went from the back, so I put on. Where did we go? The Camp on Blood Island from 1957. So I put it on. I mean, I knew it was in black and white, but it's set in the waning days of World War II, and there's a prison camp on a small island, Malaya. And it's weird because they have, of course, you know, they have a bunch of British men and soldiers in a camp. They also have a women's camp full of like Chinese women, British women, local women, and kids. And so the main thing is that it's the end of the war, and the Japanese colonel Yamamitsu, he's pretty brutal, and he tells them that if Japan loses, he's just going to slaughter both camps. So these British dudes, I can't remember his name, their leader, he's like trying to think of a plan to save everyone, but you know, they're just, and it starts out, this British soldier is digging his own grave, and then they shoot him and he falls in it. But overall, this movie is really good, just like The Damned was. I was surprised how much I got into it. I really liked, you know, I like the movies that I do. I like Bruno Mattei movies and Burial Ground and Joe D'Amato. And, you know, this is nothing like though. Well, I mean, I guess they could have made something like this, and it probably wouldn't be as good. I didn't know I would like a war prison camp movie. I mean, there's women in prison movies. I have a Assault on Precinct 13 on right now and stuff like that. But this gets compared into reviews that I read to The Bridge on the River Kwai, which I have on VHS, which I guess I should watch now. But yeah, Camp on Blood Island. It was just, there was a desperation to it. They're really brutal, but it's not gory or overtly graphic. I mean, they do kill people, and it's just in horrible ways. Like the British camp leader of the prisoners, he gets like some of his men to escape and try to get to the mainland, Singapore, and like get help because he knows he knows the war is going to end, and he knows, you know, the Brits and the Americans are going to win. So he's trying to prevent this mass slaughter. Some of them get captured, and whenever they escape, the Japanese will take prisoners and then execute them. So it's just really, even in the beginning, it says this is a brutal truth. So finally, I don't know how he gets his info without the Japanese finding out, but they find out the war is over, and like he's like, man, we gotta do something. We gotta prevent Yamamitsu from finding out that the war is over and that the Allies won. And then an American pilot goes down on the island and he sees the soldiers, the Japanese soldiers. He's like, hey man, he's like, what's up? So the war's over. You don't need to do this. And they just grab him and throw him in the back of a truck. Fortunately, none of them understand English, so they don't know what he's saying. But one of the British prisoners that escaped, they caught him, and he tells the American, he's like, you know, they don't understand you, but don't tell anyone that the war is over, you know. And this is another like brutal part because the British soldier, like, they have his wife in the women's camp, and he's like, I just want to see my wife one more time. And like they're near the camp, and he jumps out, and that American, he's like, they're gonna kill you. He's like, they're gonna kill me anyway. So he runs and he sees his wife, and he's like, Kate, and she runs to the fence, and right when they get to the fence, he's like, Kate, and they blast him from behind, and they kill him, and they come up and they shoot him again in front of her. I was like, man, that was just shocking and brutal. It was, without being like blood splatter and bullet holes or his head exploding. When they shoot him again, you don't see it, but she sees it. So finally, the leader of the Brits, we'll call him Jameson. He's like, okay, we got to get ready. He's like, I didn't tell you all this stuff because it was just too important, and I'm sorry. And he tells all the men, make a weapon, whatever you can. And there's a cool part where they've all made their weapons, and he just walks by, and he doesn't say anything, and they just show like a shank or like a little hatchet they made. Or one guy, he has like barbed wire, and he made it into like a garrote, and he's like, and that part was pretty riveting too, because they're gonna fight the Japs. Like, we're fighting for our lives, and they'll be fighting against machine guns and rifles. But the Brit somehow he smuggled or stole some grenades, so they have some grenades. And then finally, in the last maybe 10-15 minutes, you get to the final battle, and it was pretty good. And then they win. That's where he shoots the little girl through the ice. The prisoners, they overcome the Japanese soldiers. But it was, yeah, man, I was really into it. And again, I was not expecting to, like, I was okay, let's see what this is. So that's actually, I have watched The Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll, The Damned, and now Camp on Blood Island. That's 3 for 3 that I enjoyed. And then there's some like The Stranglers of Bombay, The Terror of the Tongs. Maybe I'll like every movie on here. Cash on Demand, I don't know what that would be. It has the Gorgon. I know the Gorgon. I think I know it. It's pretty good. But yeah, I don't know if you... I'm not saying you should search out Camp on Blood Island. Plus, the quality was great. It was a Blu-ray. It looked pretty crisp. And I have to mention that I was telling this guy at work about it, and he was like, man, I would say you could watch those old movies. So they look terrible, the acting's terrible, like, and I was like, no, the acting's great, the story was great. It looked like, I understand, because I mean, I don't watch movies from the 20s or 30s or 40s, so I get what he's saying, but it's hard to, convince someone. But if it ever comes across your path, and I want to dedicate this one to Mike Patterson. Thanks, man, for helping me out. And yeah, if you wanted another old review, well, and I gotta thank Videomassacre for sending me this. I'm on, there's no stopping me now. We're watching all these movies because now I'm really interested in seeing what else it has to offer. And I did not expect to like it that much, and I'll give it a 4 out of 5. And then I gotta tell you too, there's a part when one of the British prisoners, he gets up to a machine gun nest, and he's like mowing down the Japanese soldiers, and the Jameson, the leader, he's like, we gotta take out that nest, and he throws a grenade and he kills that dude, one of his own men. He doesn't even know it, and then like he sees one of the other prisoners, and the prisoner's like, hey, Jenkins got up to that machine gun nest, and he took out a lot of Japs, and he's like, oh my god, I just killed. So I just killed Jenkins, and he goes to the machine gun nest, and he like pulls all the debris off of him, and he finds him, and he's dead. And then the movie ends. Like there's like a little, like 30 seconds more stuff, and I was like, man, you know, just in the fog of war, your friends get killed. You might even kill your friends, but they were all going towards one goal. And even towards the end, I was like, whenever a British prisoner got killed, I was, oh man, that's another one that could have fought, or like could have gotten to freedom. And I was like, how many are going to be left? So yeah, I was really into it, really liked it. Mike, maybe you should, it's directed, aimed at you, maybe you should check this out. I think you would really like it. And I'm gonna do Swords of Sherwood Forest next. I don't think I would like it, but we'll see, and you'll see.